Well, first thing, there's two really good things that happened today, and the first good thing that happened today is that Jim Cropfield is okay. This really wouldn't be much fun if Jim were seriously injured, and we're all really thankful that Jim survived that as well as he did. And if there's anything in any of your lives that you think is unattainable and you thought you have no chance for, please let this group of people be an inspiration for you, because this year has been so bleak and I saw no light at the end of the tunnel, and only through all of these people who never said die, who said we can still do it, friends that we didn't even know until last week that got on the phone and came and helped us. And I normally don't do this, but I want to introduce everybody because everybody just rolled up their sleeves and came to our help. Ed Carrollson in the blue hat from Carrollson Hydros. Ed built boats for me when I was about 9 years old, and I think it's appropriate that Ed came in and helped on our historic 6-goal cup, and I thank you so much, Ed. The little soccer player is my nephew Jordan. He's always a big help. John Prevost and Artie Ross, through friendship to Fran, came in and said, how can we help? We'll do anything we can, and unselfishly gave of their time, of their own money, of their knowledge, and their inspiration, and I will forever be indebted to both of you. Kevin Wolf is the Director of Sports Marketing for the Miller Brewing Company, and there are a lot of sponsors that when you're losing, start ringing your phone up and threatening with taking your sponsorship away and telling you that they're looking at other teams. The only thing we ever heard from the Miller Brewing Company was phone calls that said, we're with you, and what can we do to help? And I'm really glad that we could deliver this to you. Thank you, Edward Muncie, Bill and Fran Muncie's son, who's been with us for a lot of years since he was a little guy, and he's just great to have and a big help. All of the guys from Stuart Stevenson, I'm sorry. These guys were unknown to any of us to a few days ago. They said, we know something about turbine engines and you guys are having problems, we can help. And I walked out of the lobby of the Bahia Hotel and this Continental roars to a stop and all these guys with red jumpsuits jumped out. And this is these guys, and they made our turbines hum all day long. Everybody said that turbines couldn't win a Gold Cup on saltwater, and Stuart Stevenson said, hell with that, and made it work. Charlie Lyford has been unbelievable. It's just been nothing but misery and hard work and dirty and evenings without going home to his wife Lori. He has put everything in his personal life aside and made any contribution he could. And he stepped aside and let people who wanted to try some things that he didn't necessarily agree with come in and try it, and believe me, that's a hard thing to do. And if there's any one person, and there really isn't, who's donated so much, it's Charlie Lyford. Tim Imanaka works for another brewery during the day making beer, but at night he comes and he makes the Miller American Hydroplane hum, and he wears a lot of Miller logos to that other brewery, and it really bothers him. Jeff Campbell is an old friend and a brother of Mike Campbell. Also, just does this for fun, stays up all night, is dirty and hungry, and stays there with us, and he gets nothing in return, and I really appreciate the work. The next one, not the good-looking one, but the really tall, skinny one, his name is Mark Smith, but we refer to him as Gumby. And I have never seen any person of any age take on as much as Mark does. He just, when other people are tired or think they can't do something, he says, I'll do it. And he keeps taking more and more and more, and he gets it done, and it's always done right. And I'll always be indebted to you. Mike Campbell is somebody that I've raced with and for as long as I can remember. I drove a boat for his father, and which I screwed up. They had the fastest boat and should have won the Nationals, but their driver blew it, so maybe this will make up for it. Jerome LaFontaine, boat racing's answer to David Lee Roth. Again, if you're looking for somebody who just won't say quit, if you point a brick wall at him, he'll run his head into it until it falls over, no matter how long it takes. John Walters is probably paid a higher price to be up on this podium than any of us. John is the only guy that could do a whole race team all by himself. He's driven, he's won as a driver, he's won as a crew chief, he's won as a boat builder, he's won as an engine builder, and he can drive the truck. And really, I don't think he needs any of the rest of us. I love all you guys, and I don't know all of you very well, but we got real close. There's one other friend that I want to introduce to you, and if you want to talk about inspiration, this is my friend Brad Chittister, and Brad is a source of a lot of inspiration for me. Just when I think that I can't take losing anymore, and nothing's going right, and I start feeling sorry for myself, all I got to do is go to the mailbox, and there's a letter from Brad. And I tell you what, if ever you feel bad, all you need is a letter from Brad, and you're on top of the world. He's a great individual, and someday I hope to grow up and be just like him. Out there in the crowd is Laura Muncie. Laura Muncie did more praying today than anybody I've ever seen in my life, and I thank her for that. And I want to thank all the people that wore Miller High Life all week long. I never saw another brewery anywhere, and I thank you all.